Think about the sunrise, picture it in your mind. The sky begins to lighten, deep, inky blue, soft, gentle gray spreading in the clouds. A sliver of brilliant orange appears on the horizon. Slowly, patiently it pushes away the darkness. It doesn't burst in a sudden flash of light. It rises degree by degree, moment by moment. The world awakens not with a bang but with a quiet, persistent glow. This daily miracle reminds us, every big transformation starts with a tiny shift. It doesn't wait for the world, it simply begins. We often wait for a grand, spectacular sign. We want the cinematic moment, the dramatic turning point. But life isn't a movie, it's a series of sunrises, a collection of small, quiet moments that add up. Why do we wait? It's a question we must ask ourselves with honesty and compassion. We tell ourselves stories. I'll start my business when I have more savings. I'll start eating healthy after the holidays. I'll apologize when they reach out first. These are the narratives of the perfect moment. We build these elaborate conditions in our minds. All the traffic lights are green. All the stars align. The path forward is completely free of obstacles. We convince ourselves this ideal time is necessary for success. This belief is one of the biggest thieves of our potential and joy. This mindset is rooted in fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of the unknown. Waiting for the perfect moment is a defense mechanism. If we never start, we can never fail. If we never take the first step, we can never stumble. But safety is not where growth happens. The harbor is not what ships were built for. The perfect moment is an illusion, a mirage. Think of it like this. You want to learn to swim, but you're waiting for the water to be the perfect temperature, the pool to be empty, the sun to be just right. While you wait, others are jumping in. They might splash awkwardly, they might shiver, they might not look graceful at first, but they are learning, they are adapting, they are moving forward. You're still standing on the edge. Conditions will never be perfect. Starting is what creates the perfect moment. Action generates clarity. There is a powerful force in the universe that governs everything. Planets, people. It's called momentum. An object at rest stays at rest. An object in motion stays in motion. This isn't just a law of physics, it's a profound law of personal growth. The biggest challenge is overcoming the initial inertia. It's that first push that requires the most effort. Once you start moving, even a little, it becomes easier to keep going. This is the magic of starting small. A tiny action creates a tiny bit of momentum, which makes the next action slightly easier. This concept is supported by the progress principle. Teresa Amabile, a Harvard professor, studied the daily lives of hundreds of employees and discovered the most powerful motivator was making progress in meaningful work. It wasn't big bonuses. It wasn't grand recognition ceremonies. It was the feeling of moving forward, of achieving small wins. Each small step forward triggers a release of dopamine in our brains. Your brain essentially says, hey, that felt good, let's do that again. This creates a positive feedback loop where small actions fuel more actions. Imagine building a wall. If you look up at the towering height, it's overwhelming. But what if your only goal for today was to lay one single brick? You pick it up, you apply the mortar, you set it perfectly in place. You've achieved your goal. That feeling makes it easier to show up tomorrow and lay another and another. Soon you have a row, then a section, and one day you realize you've built the wall. Let me tell you about Sarah. For years, she dreamed of writing a novel. The idea felt monumental, like a mountain she could never climb. The thought of writing 80,000 words was so paralyzing that she never even started. She would buy new notebooks, pens, telling herself she would begin when inspiration strikes. But you know, inspiration is a shy visitor. It rarely shows up uninvited. One day, after listening to a podcast, she made a new rule. She didn't have to write a chapter, or even a page. Her only goal was to open her laptop and write for just 5 minutes every day. Some days, those 5 minutes were a struggle, but other days, something magical would happen. The 5 minutes would turn into 10, then 30, then an hour. She was building the habit, creating the momentum we talked about. The small, achievable goal of 5 minutes tricked her brain into starting. It bypassed the fear and the overwhelm. A year and a half later, Sarah held the first draft of her completed novel in her hands. It wasn't built in a single burst of genius, but in hundreds of small 5-minute sessions. Then there is the story of Marcus, who wanted to get in shape. He was overweight and felt constantly tired. The idea of a gym was intimidating. He imagined super fit people judging him. So, he waited. For a friend, to lose a little weight first, for a surge of motivation. One evening he decided to do something different. He told himself he would simply put on his workout clothes, walk to the end of his street and back. It was a tiny journey, less than a quarter of a mile. It took him less than 10 minutes, but he did it. The next day, he did it again. A week later, around the block. A month later, a mile. Those 30 seconds of jogging became a minute, then 5. And 6 months after that first walk, Marcus ran his first 5K race. We have seen how the sun rises without permission. We have unmasked the myth of the perfect moment. We understand the science behind small wins and have heard stories of tiny steps leading to giant leaps. Now the focus turns to you, right here, in this moment. Your life is a collection of nows. The past is a memory. The future is a concept. The only place you have any real power is in the present. Your future self is pleading with you. Give them a fighting chance by taking one small step right now. Forget about one day. One day is not a day of the week. Replace one day with day one. Today is your day one. It's not about overhauling your life by midnight. It's about planting a single seed. What is the smallest possible action you can take toward a goal you care about? Is it sending that one email? Is it doing 2 push-ups? Is it reading 1 page of a book? Is it putting $5 into a savings account? Choose your one thing. The beauty of starting small is that it is nearly impossible to fail. Can you truly fail at meditating for 60 seconds? Can you fail at writing 1 sentence? That tiny win is everything. It's the spark that lights motivation. It's the first domino. You don't need a new year, a new you, or a new life. You need a new perspective, one that honors the power of the smallest actions. So make a promise to yourself. Not big or scary, small and kind. Choose your first step. Write it down, tell a friend. Most importantly, do it. Do it now. Don't wait until you finish reading this. Don't wait until this evening. Your power is in this moment. Your future is forged by today's actions. The sunrise is here. The day is new. Your journey has already begun. What is your first step?